Kermit, I deployed into the field back and taking the light to their failure.
Stop, please, no. No, please.
The world holds no shortage of unusual moments, but some become far more alarming when they unfold at your front door. In this video, we'll examine several unsettling doorbell camera incidents that raise serious questions about what can happen when no one expects it. On the morning of February 26, 2025, a routine walk to school took an unexpected turn for a woman named Sarah. She had just finished escorting her son, Lucas, on their usual short route through a quiet neighborhood, an area surrounded by two nearby schools and known for its calm, predictable mornings. After returning home, she locked up and settled in. About 15 minutes passed before her phone buzzed with a notification from her security system. Motion detected at your front door. Expecting nothing more than a delivery or a passerby, she opened the live feed. What appeared on her screen stopped her in place. A man stood directly at her doorstep, facing the camera head-on. He leaned closer, scanning the entryway and looking through the windows, clearly aware that someone might be inside. His behavior alone was unsettling, but his outfit made the situation even more bizarre. He was dressed in women's clothing, an outfit styled to look like a school uniform. Yet neither of the nearby schools required uniforms at all. The sight raised an alarming question. Had this man followed her back from the school earlier that morning? Police arrived shortly after to review the footage, documenting the incident. But even with the recording in hand, the man's identity and intentions were never established. Sarah still doesn't know who he was or why he came to her door, and unless new information surfaces, those answers may remain unknown. It was just after 1 in the morning when a Ring doorbell recorded something the homeowners wouldn't discover until much later. While they slept through the night, their camera captured a visitor they never heard approach. The next day, as they scrolled through their notifications, one alert stood out, a motion trigger from the front door. Curious, they opened the clip and immediately realized this was nothing like the usual late-night delivery or stray animal. Standing on their porch was a woman they didn't recognize. Her posture was unsteady, her movements slow and repetitive. Heavy shadows clung beneath her eyes, giving her an almost eerie, sleepless appearance. She rocked gently from side to side, murmuring phrases that didn't resemble any language the couple could understand.
Someone listen or hail Kermit. I deployed into the field back and taking the light to their failure. As distance, someone listen or hail Kermit.
Startled by what they were seeing, they shared the footage on TikTok, hoping someone might be able to explain who she was or what she was saying. No clear answers ever surfaced, and the woman never appeared at their home again. Still, the unsettling nature of the encounter lingers with them, and honestly, it's hard to imagine anyone forgetting something like that. Late one night, a home's Ring camera recorded an unusual encounter at the front door. A man approached the entrance as if preparing to knock, yet he never actually made contact with the door or pressed the doorbell. Instead, he went through the motions without triggering any sound. On the edge of the frame, a vehicle sat with its headlights on. Throughout the encounter, the man repeatedly looked toward the car, positioning himself so the driver could clearly observe his actions. A moment later, he began speaking aloud, carrying on a one-sided conversation despite no one answering the door. During this staged exchange, he mentioned searching for someone named Matt. Online viewers later suggested different interpretations of the situation, including the possibility that the man may have been reluctant to follow instructions from the person in the vehicle and chose to simulate the entire interaction instead. However, the actual purpose behind the driver's request and the reason for the fabricated conversation remain unknown. In this video, a home security camera recorded a tense situation unfolding at a front doorstep. In the footage, a woman approaches the door and begins knocking rapidly. She keeps turning back toward the street, clearly watching something behind her. Moments later, a man steps into view and moves directly toward her. He takes hold of her and attempts to lead her back toward a nearby vehicle. Throughout the encounter, the woman can be heard pleading for him to stop.
Stop, please, no. No, please.
Get over here. Get in the car.
Authorities later identified the man as 20-year-old Viktor Kucic. According to official reports, he was taken into custody following the incident and charged with third-degree felony kidnapping. In this clip, a security camera captures an unfamiliar woman approaching a home late at night. From the moment she steps onto the porch, her behavior seems off, her movements uneven, her focus unclear. But then a vehicle drives by. As the headlights sweep across the street, her demeanor changes instantly. She straightens up, acting casual, almost as if she's trying to blend in or avoid being noticed. Once the car disappears from view, she abandons the act just as quickly. She leans in close, uncomfortably close. Her face fills the frame of the doorbell camera, staring directly into the lens before drifting out of view again. When the homeowner reviewed the footage, they reported having no idea who the woman was or why she came to the door. The encounter ended as abruptly as it began, with more questions than answers. Although this recording is more than 6 years old, many people say it's just as unsettling now as the day it was captured. The footage comes from a home in Arizona, where a married couple was living at the time. That morning began like any other. The husband had already left for work, and his wife stayed behind, moving through her routine. As she walked toward the laundry room, she suddenly froze. Something felt wrong. Not something she saw, but something she heard. She later explained that the sound didn't come from her phone, the camera speaker, or anywhere inside the house. Instead, it seemed to come from just behind her, outside. A faint voice, strained and desperate, calling out as if someone needed help. Startled, she turned around expecting to see someone nearby. There was nothing there, only the exterior wall of the house. Around the same time, the family dog began to whimper, reacting to something she couldn't see. Concerned that someone might be hiding on the property, she contacted police. Officers arrived and thoroughly checked the surrounding area, but found no people, no signs of forced entry, and no clear explanation for the voice. Later, when the footage was reviewed more closely, the audio raised even more questions. Several listeners claimed they could make out words resembling a plea for help, repeated, urgent, and emotional.
I looked around, I didn't see anybody out on the road or any cars or anything. So I went back to my Ring video to make sure I wasn't just creatively hearing something.
Whether the sound was human, mechanical, or something else entirely has never been confirmed. No suspects were identified and no conclusions were reached. All that remains is the recording itself, and a moment that still leaves viewers wondering what or who might have been there. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.